Hi everyone! So welcome today to this tag video, which was created by Karissa Pukas. She is Saturday Nice Alright, and I love her channel. I think it is amazing. Oh, and if you want to see this makeup tutorial, it will be on my main channel, because this is my vlog channel. It'll be on my main channel, and I'm actually using her lashes because I actually did this today. I'm using her socialized lashes, the Minx one. They're awesome. So it'll be up in a few weeks. Go check it out on my main channel. So, the shoe diaries. I picked 7 because she had 7 on hers, and I'm like, okay, I'll do 7. I don't want to keep rambling for too long. So let's get started. So the first shoe I have is this one right here. And this shoe, and it has something in there, is from Michael Kors. And the story behind this shoe is that it's not the first heel that I've had, but I wanted a heel that had a platform on it because I had these high heels that I could barely walk in, and I was really awkward in, so I went shopping with my mom, and I was like, I need some shoes that have a platform on it. And they had to be black because they had to go with a specific dress for an event that I wanted to go to. So we went shopping and we went looking, and finally I found these. And they were on sale, and I don't even remember how much they were, but they were on sale, and they were my first Michael Kors. I didn't even, know who the fuck Michael Kors was. So I got them, and the funny thing was that they were too big for me. They went in and out of my feet. But of course, like all women out there, you still want to buy the shoe, so I bought it, and they've been very used. I bought them, and I took them to the shoe repairman, and he put this little thing in it so it would help me not have my foot go in and out of it. And so I've worn this shoe so many times. It is so comfortable, and it's sleek in the sense that it's just black, it's plain, there's nothing much to it, and you can wear it with just about anything. I haven't worn it a lot recently because I have other Michael Kors shoes. This shoe started my obsession with Michael Kors shoes. So that's number 1. Then number 2 is something that's not too interesting. They're just sandals. They are these sandals by Reef. And it is because once upon a time, I lived in New York City, and I had a family friend who loved Reef sandals, and I didn't know what the big deal was about Reef sandals. So he bought me a pair, and I walked all around that city for probably like a year with Reef sandals. This is the second pair that I've had. They were the most comfortable sandals. I will never purchase any other kind of sandals. I know people talk about Havaianas and this and that and something else, but the Reef sandals are a classic, and I will continue to purchase them. These are my second pair, and I've worn them a lot, and now I just wear them in the house. But if you guys, what was I going to say? I think you guys should go and purchase a pair of Reef sandals if you never have, because they are uber comfortable. So that's that. Then the third pair is this. These are one of my favorite shoes. One of my most worn shoes as well. They are from Via Spiga. The insides are like, you can't even see anything on the inside because I've worn it so much. I love wedges, and I wanted to wear a comfortable pair of wedges that I would look uber tall in. Not that I'm short or anything like that. I'm 5'6", but I wanted something that would make me look super tall. And these, even though they don't look that high right now, at the time, they were the highest thing I could find. And I loved the pointy toe. And what I also loved is the fact that you can wrap these around your ankles. And I was looking for something like this specifically, and I went to the store with my mom again, and I had envisioned it in my head, and there it was. And I bought them. I don't even remember how much they cost, but I have used them so much in all this time. I have worn them with like casual shorts, and I've worn them with like slinky dresses that were tight. I've gotten tons of compliments on these shoes. A lot of people have asked me where I've bought these shoes. I have looked for the exact same pair in different colors if I can, and I've never found anything like this at all. So this was a one-time thing for me, and I love these shoes, and they're lovely. So that is, I bet, 3. Okay, so the other shoes that I want to show you are, am I in focus? I'm in focus. these shoes. Oh yes, these right here. There's like a mark there. So the story behind these shoes is that I was at a photo shoot once upon a time, and this girl came in with like these stripper heels, the clear kind, and she was looking like, you know, an Amazon woman. And she had the stripper kind, but I don't like the stripper shoes that are clear. I just don't like them at all. I think they're tacky and I don't like them, but I like the fact that the height is super, super, super high. So she came in and she wore those, and I said, oh, I don't like those. And she was like, oh, let me lend you a pair of these other ones that I had that were red. And they look similar to these, they just had no backs on them. And I loved them, and I always want to look like an Amazon woman if I'm wearing really, really high heels. So I asked her, well, where did you get them? And she was like, oh, I got them in this store in Hollywood, on Hollywood Boulevard in Hollywood. So you can imagine that as soon as I finished there, I went straight to that store, and I looked for those shoes, and they did not have those shoes, but they had these shoes, which I absolutely love because I wanted red shoes, and they had the little strap around the ankle, which is, ooh, in focus, which is so gorgeous. And I will say they are difficult to, well, they're 50-50. So this is really small, the base is really small, which makes you feel like you have to walk on a tippy toe, even though they're not that high when you walk. So they're comfortable to walk in, but at the same time, they're not comfortable to walk in, because if you're walking on a flat surface, they're cool, but if you're walking on anything that has a bit of an incline, you are fucked. Seriously. Because I've used these a lot, believe it or not. I haven't worn them in the past year or so, so I don't know how I'd feel about wearing them now, just because I would probably be completely off balance. But I did wear them a lot, and I wore them walking up a hill once, which was not a good idea, and I did make it up, but I was very wobbly and I had to hold on to somebody's arm. So I love these shoes though. I will keep them forever, and I do want to use them again one day. So those shoes. Then I have these babies here. So these babies are from Paolo. Once upon a time, I wanted to have a big girl job. So I was in school, and I said, I need some pumps that are work appropriate, because I am going to start working and I want to look, you know, I want it to look like, you know how in the movies or in TV shows you see these women and they're all like dressed with their skirts and, you know, their blouses, and they're all work appropriate. And I wanted my wardrobe to be work appropriate. So I bought these shoes. They're too small. They pinch my feet. I never wore them to work. Even when I was working, I never wore heels because it was too uncomfortable. And I find them to be beautiful. I really do. But I've worn them to job interviews. I have worn them to job interviews, but that's like the end of it, the extent of this shoe. But I always remember it because I used to go on and on and on and bug everyone in my life saying, I need some work-appropriate wardrobe. I need a work-appropriate wardrobe. And finally, I got it, and I never wore it. And the tops that I bought that were supposed to be work-appropriate, I never wore them either because I thought they were boring. So, that's that. Then, my two last ones. Which one should I do first? Oh, okay, let's just do these first. These are, again, one of my ultimate favorite shoes. These are really, in a way, my go-to heels. These are also Michael Kors. Story behind these is it was New Year's Eve once upon a time, and it was the day of, it was the 31st, and I had broken up with a boyfriend at the time, and I was kind of like, you know, not feeling great and kind of down, but I was going to see him at this New Year's Eve party. So I wanted to make sure that I looked amazingly hot, because you know how that is. So I didn't want to wear a dress or anything like that, so I was going to wear some really tight jeans with this nice little halter top, and I wanted some shoes to go with that. And I didn't have any shoes to go with it, plus I didn't have any comfortable heels that will go with it, and I wanted something that was kind of like a burgundy wine color. So I didn't have a lot of money to spend, and I was like, I need some amazing shoes that are going to cost me like 40 bucks. And I went to Nordstrom Rack, which, if you don't know what Nordstrom Rack is, it is it's like a department store that when their merchandise hasn't been sold or something, they send it to their kind of, you know, warehouse kind of thing. But it's not a warehouse. But yeah, if you live in the States, you know what Nordstrom Rack is. So I went to Nordstrom Rack, day of, 31st. I looked through the rack. I saw these shoes. I saw the size. They were my size. They were micro cores, which I am obsessed with. They were the perfect height because I wanted some high ones. They were like the exact color that I wanted. I tried them on. They were so comfortable. They were $45. I just bought them. It was there and it was meant to be and it was going to be mine. So for sure, these shoes I've worn so many times. I wore them that night. I've worn them the entire night dancing in different occasions. I wore them to 2 different weddings. I've worn to an engagement party. I have worn these shoes so much, you have no idea. They are so comfortable, and I keep looking for these same shoes in different colors as the other ones, but I haven't been able to find them. But yes, I love these. And then my last pair are also some of my favorite shoes, and they are these right here. Yep. These are my Sam Edelman shoes. These are the only Sam Edelman shoes that I have. They don't look like they've been worn a lot, but they definitely have been worn. Story behind these is that I saw a picture of these shoes in red on like the New York Daily News or something like that, and it was this celebrity chick, I don't know who she was, and she was wearing these shoes, and I was like, oh my god, those shoes are so beautiful. And then I figured out that they were Sam Edelman shoes. So I went online and I looked for these shoes, and they were about $160 at the time, and I just did not want to spend that money on a pair of shoes, so I didn't. But I kept a lookout because I was like, there's no way these shoes aren't going to go on sale. So I saw on Outlook, one day that they were selling these, and they were selling them in red and in purple and in black, and I wanted to get them really badly in red or maybe in purple. So I went to do the bidding at 8 in the morning, and by the time I got in the computer, they were all sold out, so I couldn't get them, and I was so disappointed. So I waited, and I was like, oh my god, my camera cut off on me, so we're gonna continue. I don't remember where I left off, but what I was seeing, I believe, is that they were all sold out, and I really wanted them so badly, and I kept thinking about them, like, I kept dreaming about them obsessively. So, finally, I was on Zappos one day, and because I was looking everywhere, I searched everywhere for the shoes. So I was on Zappos, and I saw that they had these shoes. They didn't have it in my size, and I pretty much stalked the site forever and ever and ever, and finally they came out in black. It wasn't the color that I wanted, but it was the shoe that I wanted, so I bought them in black. It was about $60. It wasn't bad at all, and they are uber comfortable. They had them again on Zappos in red and in purple, and I was planning on probably getting them, but I didn't want to spend the extra money because I already had these. Otherwise, I definitely would have gotten the other two. But I've worn this to a wedding as well, and I was on my feet for about 8 hours, I believe. 8 hours, and they did not hurt my feet. They were uber comfortable, and they look beautiful on the foot. And what I also like is I like these ankle straps because, of course, I know a lot of people have a problem where one of their feet is a little bit bigger than the other, and I have the same thing, and it's really annoying, so I prefer to wear heels that have something that's wrapped around my ankle so I don't feel like I'm falling out of my shoe. So those are all my shoes. I hope you guys enjoyed the shoe diaries. Go check out Carissa's channel, because she was the one who created the tag, and I thought the tag was so cute. And yes, if you like this video, please subscribe to my vlog channel, and remember, go to my main channel. The link will be below or next to it or something, Larai. Something. Oh my gosh, I gotta go. I'm like tongue twisted. It is freaking hot in here. So I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And until next time,